Hey everybody, welcome back to Taji's World of Books and welcome back to another book series conversation. Hey you guys, so welcome back, and it has been a crazy week. I have been out of commission for a full week. You guys can tell I have no makeup and I look a total mess because I had surgery on Wednesday and it was a pretty involved surgery, and I am just today starting to feel like myself, and I'm able to walk around, whereas before that I was just completely not myself and not feeling well at all. So I took a break from filming because I wanted to really focus on my healing and recovery. I had my first post-op surgery appointment with my surgeon, and that went really well, and he thinks I'm healing fabulously and everything is coming along really great. And so I'm really pleased to hear that because I was very nervous that everything was going well, and he said it's going great. So I'm back. So I'm going to do my best today in this video because I wanted to tell you what I read while I was recovering and convalescing from surgery, and it was kind of perfect that it worked out this way. So basically what I read was the Queen Takes Night series by Jolie Sue Burkhart, and there are, let me say this, there are 9 books in this series, and I'm calling this a book, one of my book talks. And the reason I'm calling it a book talk is because after having read 9 books in this series, the only thing that I can tell you that this book is about vampires, blood, and orgies. That is it. There is no, the books are all over the place. There's no substance, there's no connection between the characters. So basically, let me tell you the premise and then we can kind of go from there. So in Queen Takes Night, it starts off with the this character, this girl. Her name is Sahara, and her mother has been murdered and she's alone. And she's on the run from these, what she calls monsters. And she's somewhere in Arkansas, and she has to protect herself because every month when she menstruates, these monsters sort of come after her and try to kill her because they're attracted to the blood. And so she has to do things to protect herself. So whilst she's fighting off these terrible monsters, these two other characters, these two other like vampires basically come and aid her and assist her in killing the monsters and protecting her. So then she recognizes that these 2 other characters are good guys. And one's name is Alaric and the other one's name is Darian, I believe is what his name is. And so Dare is what his name is. And so they protect her. So they then explain to her her lineage, that she is a vampire queen from a long lineage of vampire queens. And the 2, Alaric and Dare, are part of what are called her blood. Her alpha is Alaric and Dare is one of her like warriors, but they call him her blood. And a female vampire can have, because this is a reverse harem, can have as many bloods as she sees fit or that she calls to her based on how powerful she is. And the more powerful she is, the more bloods that she calls to her. So in each book, a new blood is added to her. And so there is really no connection. The only one that I feel like she has a strong connection to is between Dare, Alaric, and Sahara. And then everything else is just a reverse harem orgy. There's no point to the story. It's supposed to be about playing chess and about the queens are the most powerful pieces on the board. And so it's sort of a Game of Thrones type intrigue to take power. Each queen has a sort of city that she rules over, and it could be New York, it could be the southern region, it could be Las Vegas. And the longer that the queen reigns, the more powerful she is. And so, you know, each of the books then is about Sahara coming into her power, taking on a new blood or a new warrior, and then them finding the place in the harem. So, but this is the beginning with the 3. So then we do Queen Takes King, and the king that she finds is, you know, he's chained in darkness, and she basically is determining, you know, because kings are very volatile, and her alpha is always going to be her alpha, so she is going to take on this king, and like what that means. He becomes, you know, part of her harem, and whether or not he is going to acquiesce to her rule. Then it's Queen Takes Checkmate. Again, it's more of the political intrigue. It's more of the infighting amongst the queens, and what move are you going to make next, and how is that going to play out in the grander scheme of overall, like, who is going to be, who's going to prevail and who's going to take power, pretty much. And again, like I said, it is a reverse harem. And so this is the god of light has met his match, but whose life will be whose life will the red serpent claim? So, you know, the Queen of New York has been added to the millions of responsibilities of Shahara's list of responsibilities. So the things that she has to take care of and what she's more responsible for are growing and growing. Then it's Queen Take Rook. Again, it's another piece in the bigger story, and it's a showdown between House Sky and the House Isidore, that's Sahara's house, and who is going to come out on top. And through all of these books, the next one is Queen Takes Queen. So now these are all MF, FM, MF. Now she's adding FF because now she's taking a queen into her harem as well. So this is about her adding a queen to her harem. This is a little bit more the backstory of the queens, of this queen that she adds to the harem. This is her backstory here. Then it goes totally off the rails, and it brings in the Queen of Camelot, because now she added a sister queen, and so we needed to understand the Queen of Camelot and Lancelot and Arthur and all their stories. So I was like, where did that come from? Random, didn't understand how it fit into the grander scheme of things. And then Queen Takes Triune. That is like, now she is, you know, virtually becoming the most powerful part, or the most powerful queen in all of the houses, and how she is going to overcome. And again, like, and then it's, you know, you have a final little wrap up of Queen Takes More. And after having read all of these books, right, I felt unfulfilled, confused. Again, all it felt like was that it was one big bloody orgy. There was nothing more than a big bloody orgy that happened, and there was no real connection and link and understanding and commitment amongst the characters, other than Ulrich, the alpha, was completely dedicated to Sahara, but she also was completely dedicated to him. And then also between Dare and Where Dare. So they tried to bring in elements of like BDSM, submissives, MMF, like it just was like a hot mess. It just tried to do too much, and it fell so flat. Like it's supposed to be a paranormal romance with, you know, a reverse harem with a touch of, you know, MM and multiple factors in, and it just didn't do it. So all in all, I gave this series a 3. Would I read it again? Absolutely not. Do I recommend it? Up to you. If you like bloody reverse harems that have not a lot of plot and that are all over the place, and that you walk away still feeling unfulfilled and still feeling like, did you get your HEA? I guess, but like I don't even understand how. So I'm happy to tap out. Now, if I were to just have read Queen Takes Night, the first book, and she wrapped it up, I didn't need 9 books to get all of that. Like one book could have gotten it and could have done it, and that would have been good enough. So, you know, that is my, you know, take on Jolie Sue Burkhart. Will I read anything else by her? Probably not. I think I've tested the waters with that. and gotten what I felt like I needed from that, and probably won't go back. So having said all of that, those are my thoughts on the Queen Takes Night series. And I think it's an ongoing, it has to be an ongoing series, because there was a conversation about, you know, you can only have a child with your alpha. The alpha is the only one that's, you know, possible. They talked about it in 8 books. By the 9th book, she's like, she's so committed to her alpha, but then she's like, I'm gonna have multiple children with multiple of my bloods in my harem. And so you don't even know if that's possible. It made it sound like you were gonna get that, but then you still are not there, and the story is going in a different direction with other queens coming into, it was just a mess and all over the place. So, you know, read it at your own risk. If that's something that you're into and you want to check out, have at it, go for it. But you guys, that is all that I have. I'm going to try to get back to regular filming as I'm feeling better. I'm still doing reading. I have another series that I want to get to you on Friday, so I think I probably will do that. But I wanted to get you something so that you could hear from me and know that I'm still here and I am still doing this and still committed to it. But I just had a little bit of a segue because I needed to focus on my recovery and my health. So, you guys, that is all that I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me and supporting me. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. And you know I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll see you next time. Bye.